Good afternoon. 4:30, or just gone 4:30 on a Monday afternoon. Hope you got your cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever suits you. It's Graham Coath live with a better cup of tea. This is a mug that I bought a couple of years ago. It's a nice Christmas mug with a lovely reindeer on it. Is it too early to start talking about Christmas? That's one of the things that I want to talk to you about today. Someone actually mentioned it in a LinkedIn post earlier. Is it too early to start talking about Christmas? Probably not now. Summer's nearly gone, isn't it? I reckon you can probably start talking about it, because after all, in a minute, you're going to have to start spending some money towards it. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. That's not why I was going with that. But last Christmas, it was still kind of very uncertain, wasn't it? And we don't know. Lots of people talking about whether we're being locked down again for this Christmas. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that it'll all be okay this Christmas and that we can move about. But I think the shopping pre-Christmas, I think that's going to happen this year. You're going to have to spend some money. Last year, you could make the excuse, I couldn't get out of the house and all that. I know there was online shopping, but people still made that as an excuse, didn't they? Oh, I didn't manage to make it to the shops because of lockdown and all that. So, sorry, I just bought you a, box of these. Recycled their old gifts that they didn't want from the year before. All of that. Have you ever done that? Have you ever recycled? Have you ever been given something that you didn't want and then you've recycled it and you've given it to somebody else? Go on, in all truth, have you done that? The thing you've got to be really careful of if you do that, of course, is that you've got to make sure you don't give it back to the person that gave it to you the year before. Or would they remember? Some people wouldn't even remember, would they? And that they put that much thought into the gift in the first place, they wouldn't even remember whether it was them that bought it. That is true, isn't it? There you go. The magic of Christmas. Do you do the whole lights around the house at Christmas time, on the front of the house and all that? It's just gone overboard, isn't it, with some people? Yeah, I bought a couple of years back now. I bought one of those laser things for the outside of the house, and like snowflakes that go around, and it's a bit of a pain. You have to sort of tape it with gaffer tape onto the gutter, point it up at the house. We got quite a tall house. It's an old Victorian building, and you've got to get it to look any good at all. It's not like there's a lot of flat. You just got to get up on the gutter and put it up there. But it's great. It's for the kids. It's a wonderful thing. I'm going to get a lot of people saying now, well, it's not for kids, it's for everybody. We're all big kids at the end of the day, aren't we? We all love a bit of time at Christmas, unless you don't celebrate Christmas, of course, in which case I still hope you have a nice holiday at that time of year, which is a great thing. So thought I'd pop up, say hello to you. Of course, we've got our first health and wellbeing event coming up on the 23rd of the month at 3:30 p.m. If you haven't got a ticket for that yet, you can now go to, I've updated it now. I've done it. Actually did a bit of work over the weekend. You can go to abetterwayoflife.co.uk, the website, and you can get yourself a ticket for the health and wellbeing event, or just basically look at the business page. It's on there all the time, the business page. That's got the event. Loads of people pre-registered for the event this time round. Fantastic. I looked at it this morning. I think it was about 86 people already said, yeah, I want to come along to that. We've only got 200 spaces. So if you want to come to the event, if you want to come along for a free networking event, have a bit of a chinwag around tables, get to meet some more people from LinkedIn, then you better get a move on. I'll put the link to the registration in the comments. Now, if the event's not exclusive to LinkedIn, so I know this is being broadcast on Twitter at the same time. So if you're in Twitter land and you're watching this, you can come to the event. It's in Remo. It's for anybody and everybody. We just want to see as many people there as possible. What have you been writing about this week? That's the thing. What have you been writing about already this week? What have you been writing about on your posts? I love it. As someone that writes posts for people day in, day out, I love reading posts on LinkedIn and Twitter, see what people are talking about. I've had a fair few posts today. I did two polls today, 2 polls this morning already. Cool. I don't know what came over me, really. And one of them was like, a little light-hearted post, and one of them was a bit more serious. But the light-hearted one, when you make ready meals, well, not ready meals, but when you make those quick meals for the children, chicken nuggets, fish fingers, chips, whatever, and you've always got to think of the other thing to put with it that turns it into a proper meal. So I asked, which of those things do you put? At the moment, 45% of you, baked beans. Baked beans is the winner at the moment. But some of the other comments that people have made on that post have been rather marvellous. All kinds of inventive things. People mixing pesto and broccoli and things like that to put with fish fingers. Very inventive. Very good indeed. So I marvel at the culinary excellence of the people on LinkedIn. If you're on Twitter and you've never looked at my polls on LinkedIn, do come across. If you're on LinkedIn as well, come and have a look. I know you can do polls on Twitter as well. I occasionally do them music ones. Generally, it's about your favourite album. Pick one of something or other to do a favourite album. So there you go. What else? The other poll that I did this morning. Let's get that up as well. Let's just have a little look at the results of that whilst we're at it. Yeah, I know I sound like I'm talking about my own posts, but yeah, well, that's what I'm here for, isn't it, really? So the other post that I did this morning, here we go. I said, is your business ready for winter months? Because there was a little news thing about it this morning. And also, I started putting away the hot tub yesterday. Someone said, why do you put your hot tub away now? Mine wouldn't survive in the winter. It wouldn't be good for the winter. Anyway, 58% of you said your business is ready for the winter months. 7% no. And 36 say it doesn't make any difference. Those poor people that said no, I have to delve into that a little bit deeper later in the day and find out why. Got to get yourself ready now. Get yourself ready for winter. A lot of people saying they'll be busy at winter, actually. Lots of businesses saying that actually this could be a really good Christmas period. We're back to Christmas once again. What's your favourite part about Christmas? Is it the lights? Is it the present? Is it going to church for carols by candlelight on Christmas morning? I don't know. What is it? Is it eating too much, or just the food and drink? Is it that bit of it, or has Christmas lost its shine for you? Maybe it has. I mean, for some people, it's very, very difficult. But I love either way. I love hearing people's stories about Christmas and that time of year. So if you want to share, by all means do. Who knows? That was quite off-putting. I was talking to you in the middle of that. There was a notification came up. Well, who invented notifications? Who came up with that? Right? Well, you think, just stop and think about it for a minute. Notifications. Who came up with that idea? Right. Once upon a time, you're going about your business, and when you wanted to look at information, you'd go and look at it. Right. But you chose. And then someone came up with the idea of notifications. Now it's notifications this, notifications that. If you've got, like me, hundreds of applications running because you're tied into lots of systems, it's notifications all day long. I mean, it's it's notification heaven, maybe. Yeah, it is a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. I love, I have a love-hate relationship with notifications. Let's put it that way. If I didn't have the notifications, I'd forget to do things. So it's quite important. But then on the other hand, you're busy working, notification, busy working, notification, in the middle of doing a live, notification. Yeah, I'd rather have people comment. Yeah, which is fine, as long as they don't. If you do comment when I'm live, just a little thing with that. Don't throw a comment in which throws me off track. That's really off. I don't mind, really. I can cope with it. But you know what I mean? You're in the middle of, I don't know, doing a serious interview with someone about something, and someone suddenly asks you what you're having for tea. At any time, actually, if you start talking to me about food, that really will distract me. I'll be off with the fairies very quickly, because you just suddenly feel very hungry talking about food, as you'll know from the little live that me and Odessa did on Friday, where we were talking about what we were going to eat for the lunch. Oh, did you eat a lot this weekend? I certainly I went into the weekend thinking I'm actually going to be quite good. Came out of it thinking I've actually been quite bad. That's the way it goes sometimes. You can't help it, can you? You just have one little slip. Someone bakes a cake, as they did this weekend, because it was my wife's birthday, and you see that carrot cake sitting there, you think, oh, I've got to have a bit of that, got to have a bit of that, and that's it. Once sin has touched your lips, then you're down. It's downhill all the way from there. So listen. Have a good week, everybody. Make sure you look after yourselves. Remember, as I always say, don't just sit in front of the computer all day long. Do have a life. Get out and have a break as well. Very important to have your breaks. Make yourself a nice. I'm going to get my other mug now as well. See, I've got two on the go always. Make yourself a nice cup of tea, coffee, whatever it is. Keep yourself hydrated. Get some water as well. But move away from the desk to get it, and really do look after yourselves, and get a break from social media once in a while, because that's important as well. And I will see you during the week for some more fun and games on whatever platform you're on. You take care. Bye for now.